Welcome to a channel you can learn anything about Excel and Power BI. In this video, we're going to be looking at how to create this very dashboard. It is not all about the beauty, but about the insight. So before you start creating, you need to actually know what the business question is. You get it, it's very important. So over here, we have the core business questions and we have some recommendations and as well some suggested visuals we should actually use. So we have all the KPIs we should actually extract from the data. Not just that, before you even start, there is something you must see. You see this particular part right in here is very important. So you need to know the problem of the company and what the role you're going to play is all about, and who your audience are before you start creating is very important. At the end of the day, we're going to arrive at this. So as you can see over here, we have inventory status and we have understocked, held, and over, stocked right in here. So if I click on view, I'm going to actually come over here and I'm going to see all this particular product that is actually understocked, overstocked, and all of that, the product's names, which simply means we are not just showing numbers, we are showing what is behind that particular number so that the management can actually take action. So I'm not going to go through this in detail. So let's just go into the class and start creating. Then you're going to understand every single thing that you need to understand to create something that looks just like this. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. It's very important. And just say thank you in the comment section. See you in the class. If you look at it right now, before now, we only have just this particular one in the first part of the video. So right now, I have actually created a duplicate of them. Can you see those ones here? And quickly, I have actually fixed it up by giving it the actual profit and actually match it with the color I want to use. And over here, I have this particular one. If you think you can do this, it's very easy. I'm going to show you how to do that. And the most simplest part of it all is this particular one right in here. So if you look at all of those ones now, sorry for that. If you look at all of those ones below here, they are not actually correct. Those ones here, they are not actually correct. They are not matching what is here, right? So they are matching this particular one as a whole. So for that, let me quickly show you how I got this particular one, because that is what you need. As for this one, it's a basic something. All you have to do is just to come over to this particular, I think it's going to be the pivot engine here, and you scroll all the way to where you have this in. This is where you get it from. Net revenue, profit. And the next thing is going to be the profit margin. And the profit margin is actually this very one right in here. But if you look at it right now, my profit margin is looking different from what I have right in here. So for that, what did I do different? It's very simple. I have a formatting sheet here, and over here I have done something cool to this. So if you were actually here with me previously before now, you would have known how to get this done. Maybe the other difference right now is going to be the plus sign I actually added to it. If I double click right now, I have this, right? So too huge, maybe too complicated for you to do. Let me show you quickly how to get it done. So as we're doing this, hit the like button. It's very important. So what I'm going to do right now is just to make sure I place my equal sign here and actually select this particular one and ask if this is greater than 0. So if that is true, what do I want to see? Now I just added, oh, sorry, my bad. So I'm going to have to use if first. So now using this if here, in case you can get it from there, let me turn on my formula bar. So with my formula bar, you can actually monitor it through here or through this particular part. Depends on which one you want to actually look at. So using the if function now is the logical test. I'm asking if this is my profit margin here. If it is greater than 0, then I want to add a plus sign. That's a positive value. With the plus sign right now, I want to concatenate this particular up arrow to it. I'll use ampersand, and I'm going to actually do this. So once I've done this right now, I have just actually given it if it is true. But right now, we have to concatenate what? We have to concatenate the actual percentage to it. So what we do here is to use the text function. Sorry, ampersand again. Now the text function here. Then I'm going to pick up this particular one, comma, inside double quote 0.010%. I'm going to close the parentheses. So I've just fulfilled for the true, then put a comma on it. Otherwise, right now, we don't have to use another if again, or we don't have to nest another if again. All we have to do is just like otherwise, give us this particular down arrow here. So with concatenator, like this, now we have to actually add what? Add this particular one. But before we do that, we use the text function again on it, and we click on this particular one, comma, inside double quote 0.0%. Then if I go ahead and close and I hit my enter key, I'm gonna have something that looks like this. Okay, maybe you're thinking right now is that how did you get this particular color? It's something very easy, and in the previous video I've shown you how to get it done right in here. So select this one, go up all the way up, go to home. From home, click over here. Now we are actually right in here. I'm going to select manage rules, then click on new, and from there I'm going to select this particular one here, which is this one. Click over here and select this very one and ask if it is greater than 0. Then if that is true, we want to change the color of the text. I'm going to choose a purple color right in here. So I don't want to use green, so I'll go with that. Then click on OK. Once you've done that, add another one again, and this time around select the same thing. Select this particular box, select here and check if this is less than 0. Then what do you want? If that is true, you just want to actually go ahead and actually give us red. Can you see how this is done right now? So achieved. Can you see? So if you want to actually have this look, all you have to do is just to make sure you increase the size. I'm using 36. So what I'm going to do right now is just to go over here and choose to use 36 over here. So once I've done that, I have this. To have the same look, I'm just going to actually do Ctrl B to have it bold. We have the same exact match of what I have right in here. So can you see that now? Okay, we have achieved that particular one. So where the main complex part of this thing is that do we have to start building this particular part from the scratch? This particular part from the scratch? You understand? This is the part we are actually going to be concerned much more about. So as for the average month, I believe it's something very simple. You can do it. Let me show you in case you don't know how to. So go back over here now. So here we have average revenue. So we're going to have average monthly profit. You get it right now. So to get that done now, what do? We already have count of month right in here because one is selected now. You just want to go over here and go to profit. Take profit and divide it by this number over here. And you have your average profit. Because one is selected, it's going to give us this number. You get it right now. That's your average profit. So if you want your average profit to be formatted, all you have to do is just to come over here and drag this down. If you and I have the same thing, you're going to actually have this. So getting back over here now, you can see we have gotten our average right now. So all we have to do is just to go straight up to here, click on it and put an equal sign, go over here and pick up this very one, hit the enter key and click on this, then apply the same format right on it. So I believe you can see what I have done to actually have this achieved. Now we don't need the month over month, the average on this one here. We're going to keep it this way, like this. So we have gotten this particular one ready, which is 100%. Okay, so this is the one we have to fix now, this one and those particular ones right in here. So the major one we have to touch is going to be these particular ones. As for the versus February, we're just going to leave it like that because whenever we select a particular month, it gives us the previous one that we're comparing with. So now what do? It's easy, like very easy. Let me quickly show you. I would have done this behind the scene, but a lot of people will get it wrong. So I believe showing you guys will actually matter a lot. So what I'm going to do right now is that this is where the analysis happens. So first of all, come over to here and create a bridge between them. Any color of your choice. I would like to pick a cool color like this one. Okay, that is done. So once done now, I'm going to come over here. Thinking, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to come over here now and select this particular part as a whole. Select it, copy it. Once copied now, we go all the way back here. We paste it down right in here. So if you look at it, when we pasted down, nothing changed. Everything works normal. You get it right now. Everything works normal. So what I'm going to do in my VLOOKUP, I'm going to make a change over here. So we're looking at revenue. Let's go over here and look at profit. You get it now. Profit. So we have profit over here. So now we're going to drag this one to cover up to the profit part. And instead of us to say 1, 2, and here is giving us 2, we change this one to 3. Do the same to this particular one, change to 3, but make sure you actually complement it right in here to pick something from here. So now we have gotten our profit. Can you see now? So if I double click on this right now, this is correct, 100%, like 100%. So what do we do now? We can come over here to the dashboard environment. So click on this one, we put an equal sign here. We go over here, we get our profit. This is our profit. That is the previous month profit, which is this one here. So once gotten now, we just have to come over here and apply the same formatting for it. You get it now. You can shift this one to make sure it sits right. Just organize things. So we have gotten our profit here. This is profit for the previous month. If I select this now, we have a change of it. You understand now? This, the current month is higher, so we have growth. Now select April. Now the current month is lower and the previous month is higher, so we are down by 25%. Can you see how this looks? We have just solved this right now. So what is left? This particular one. How do we do it? So we just have to come over to here. This is it. Let's go over here. And now we click around here. So I'm gonna just do it right in here. No. I'll add another one. So what is the shortcut I'm using to add more columns? You do your Control Shift and the plus on your keyboard. So when you want to subtract a particular, column, you do Control minus. That is it. I'm just giving you how I do my shortcuts. So this one now, I want to add like Control Shift. You can see what I've done now. So I'm going to give a space. Just keep this one over here. So before then, we just have to pick up, go straight up to this particular part, and we pick up the month for month change. So this one now, you can name it profit, revenue. I don't know, it's not correct, but just please correct that. This is going to be margin. So keep the back end clean. Whatever you do, keep it clean. So right now I can come over here now and just do this. And you already know how I have gotten this done. So what I'm going to do right now is just to actually double click on it. So I'm going to copy this one away from here. You don't have to do it from the scratch again. Once you've done that, come over here and paste it down. Then double click on it and just make sure you move this. Then move this particular one. Move this particular one. So once I hit my enter key, can you see it right now? Beautiful. But the problem we have right now is that the formatting is wrong. So what do? Click on this one and let's go over to this particular part here and go to manage. And over here, click on this one, then click on edit. Then over here now, you can actually go ahead and give it to this particular one. So we are picking this very one. Click on OK. Do the same to this particular one. Highlight this particular portion and fix it to this one. Click on OK. Click on OK here. So that is a good match. So once I've done that, Control C to copy. Then go over to the dashboard environment here and make sure you select an empty cell while you do that. So look at where I am. Right click and go straight up to this particular part and paste it down. So you move it. So now we take this one off. Yeah, take this one off. So we just bring this one in here. So now it depends on what we are actually clicking on. Can you see it now? Can you see what we have right now? So I believe if I leave you with this right now, you'll be able to do it. It's something very simple. Maybe you want me to walk you through it. Don't be lazy. Please go do it yourself. Okay, don't worry. I understand. Let me help you. So quickly, what you need to do is just to come back here again. just do this and create on that bridge again so that to differentiate what you're doing. Once you've done that, we just have to copy this portion. We copy, we go straight up to this particular part here. So we paste it down over here. And once you've done that, then what do? Okay, I think this is very important because this one is going to be a little bit different thing entirely. So right now, changing this particular one wouldn't fix what we want. So over here, we're going to be doing VLOOKUP to get the change we want. And the VLOOKUP is going to be based on what is sitting somewhere around here. To make you understand right now, just type in here, change. Okay, now over here, we want to get a change. To get a change, click over here now, and the VLOOKUP. So we look up for this value here. We come over here, we select this environment, comma, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll close the enter key. Now what do? Format it to percentage to see if it is correct. So this 19.7. Let's find it around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're correct. Oh, sorry. It should be 6, not 5. I'll tell you why. 6 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because we're using this one, so we have to actually use this one to map what we want. So I chose the 6th one, and it's returning something from here. You get it right now. Okay, now here we go. Remember, it's very easy now. You can actually come over here and choose to use here now. But before then, we just want to do change, or changes whatever you want. So we just have to go ahead and reference it. Once you've done that, you can decide not to even convert it to a percentage. So over here now, we have to copy this one. We do this. Sorry, we paste it over here. Now we move this. We move the image. We just move this one. Move this. We hit the enter key, we have this. Once done, the next thing we have to do is just to make sure we go straight up to this particular part here. And, so we just select this one. You already know how to get this done, right? This one here is greater than 0. What we want now is going to be a green color. We already have a kind of green color. Then we add new one. We select the same thing again. This one is less than 0. We want to select a red color. So we click OK over here. Now we have it. Okay, if you look at this right now, we have it on 14. So we're going to use the same 14 over here. So once done, we copy this. We'll head up to our dashboard environment. We make sure we select an empty cell. Then we get this one in. So over here, I'm going to do something. Let's do here. Let's just do latest. Okay. Okay, we have to double click on it to type something in. Okay, over here now, we go straight up to this particular part here. I'll just do here, inside ampersand. I'm going to type in here. Can you see it now? So come back to this particular dashboard environment here, put an equal sign, go straight up to here, and pick this up. Take this one off. Now bring this one over here now. Then go get this one, copy the formatting for it. So we can now stretch it. Can you see it now? Do you see what I have? So you can just make sure this some kind of sits right in here. Now guys, everything is completed. Like we have all our KPIs created 100%. This is exactly what you need to do. And right now, if you're still here with me, I want to say thank you very much for being here. And most importantly, go ahead and subscribe if you have not done that. As well, make sure you like, and your comment is always what triggers me to create more stuff like this for you guys. So go ahead and leave a comment. So now let us move this away from here. Once we've done that, we just want to have to copy this and keep it right here. Make sure there is some kind of a white space over here. And I'm going to stretch this one across to this particular part, right? So once I've done that, I'm going to bring it down a little bit. So creating a card here. So do my control 1 straight up here, and I'll say no line. So I just want to have normal white color like this, same white color here. So this is my card. So if you still want to have an outline on it, so you can actually bring an outline on it. But this time around, the outline should just be 1 point. So the 1 point now should be something like this. So now, can you see now? This makes more sense. Or you select something more lighter, which is this very one here. Am I doing? Okay, I'm doing the wrong one. Select back this one over here, choose this very one. So something like this, it helps you to pop out the card from the background itself. Okay, now the question is this: what are we going to have right in here? It's easy. So we want to go back to the business question here, and I think over here we are looking forward to. Okay, let us go straight up for this particular one. This very one where it says sales increasing while profits margin is declining. So we just want to do monthly net revenue, profit, and profit margin. So using a combo chart. Are you ready for that? Let's do it. So we already have our engine here. So all I'm going to do is just to copy this same. Okay, I'm going to copy the other one. We don't apply any filter on this one. And this one will actually, do we need filter? Okay, we can use this one. Yes, we're not going to use filter on it, or like monthly filter on it. So we can actually choose to use this particular one here. So copy this and let's go straight up to here, right? Then we'll paste it right in here. We just make it this way. We go straight up to here, select this. That helps you to create a margin and be able to track and edit. So what we have right now is that we straight up have this revenue and profits here, and now we need the profit margin. So who can still remind us how to create our profit margin ourselves? Because if we bring in the profit margin we have right in here, it's not going to be correct. So who can remind us? Can you think about it? Okay, let me show you how I got it done right in here. So over here, I did create a profit margin. This is going to be this profit margin. So what we did here is actually taking our profit and divide that by our net revenue. Can you see it right now? So which simply means if you have been in the class with me, you would have known this. So profit divided by the revenue. So getting back here right now, we need to create that. So over here, we do profit divided by the revenue. That gives us the margin over here. So we call this one margin, right? So let me try something here. I'm going to keep this one over here, right? And I'm going to format it to percentage. I'm going to show you another way to get this done again. Let's see, percentage here. Beautiful. So 1 decimal number. So click on this and let's go straight up to the top here. Let's go to pivot table analyze. Let's go straight up to, fields, items, and sets. Calculated field. So now I'm going to type in margin 2. So over here, I will look for my profit straight from here. This is my profit, insert it, divide by the net revenue, this one here. net revenue, then click on OK. So let's see what we're going to have. So right here, I'm going to select this environment here. Let's go straight up to here. Now, percentage, we do this. Can you see what I've done right now? So the reason why I did this is because I know for sure if you want to actually create a pivot table, except if you want to create a connected table that connects back to your pivot table, if you want to actually create a pivot table with a column like this added that is not actually inside the pivot, it will be very hard for you. So I'm now thinking, oh, I think there is a way to get this done and still have this same thing without we bringing in this very one in here. So you're going to be patient with me because I want to take you this particular class like an elementary school. So without bringing this particular profit margin, that will default into a very huge number when we decide to convert it into a percentage. Can you see what it is right now? And the other day I told you, even though if you decide to average it, it will make a little sense, but not that very much. So now we actually find the average to get a percentage done. This is what we have now. Can you see? Even though if I decide to just put it on one decimal number, it does not still make any damn sense. So another thing you can do to make sure you still get it to give you what you want is just to use the product, and that is going to be some kind of even crazier. So we don't need any of this. So all we have to do right now is just to take off this particular one and drop this very one. Now we can actually create our chart with this. Do you get it right now? So if you want to make this particular part to be very clean, you can take off the sum of by doing Ctrl H. Then you just type in sum of and replace this with nothing. Then here we go, we have this. Okay, now we just have to select this. If you're not too good at charts, just go to insert and use recommended chart. So this will recommend a chart for you, but sometimes it does not give you what it is that you want. Like here now, no, this is not what I want to actually have. I'm going to try to change my mind to actually select the chart I want to use. This is what was recommended for me, but it does not make any sense, like any damn sense. So what do? We have to actually, first of all, try to create it like this. So once created now, the next thing we have to do is just to right click and go to change series chart type. So while we are here, we're going to select this particular one here. Then we go over to the margin and we select this particular one. Can you see? Just make a check mark here. This is how you can actually get what you want. So here we go. We have this. This is exactly what we want to have. So right now we have to clear off this particular part. Right click on it and go ahead and say hide all fields buttons. And on this one, we're going to make sure it's at the bottom. So we just go straight up to here. I'll select this. And here we go. We have this. So we don't want this, take it off. The Ctrl X, getting back to our dashboard environment here. We have to paste it down. Once pasted, we just have to move it and resize it and make it sit here. Let's get back to the business question. So over here it said, as sales increasing while profit margin is declining. So monthly net revenue, profit and profit margin, combo or line chart. So we have combo chart, not just the line chart, and we have a line as well. So now we have combo, then we can decide to take off this one, but going back over to here now, we have to make sense with it. So we just have to select this particular portion here, then go straight up to here and decide to do this. That gives us something that looks like this. And again, you can decide to actually format it. So let's say you're not good at number formatting. What do? You can actually employ your assistant to actually come and do it for you. And which one is that? That is you using GPT or any other AI of your choice. So what do? Let me show you. Previously, before now, this is what we have actually used. So we don't want to create something like this that's actually a cell-based formatting. So we're going to create something different. What do? You record your prompt. I want a number formatting, but not a cell-based one. The one I can actually use in custom number formatting that can actually give me 100,000 down to million. So go ahead and create the code for me. So do you know what I've just said right now? The one I can actually use in custom formatting. So it will know where to go, as in how to create it, because I have already told it that I want to use it, but not on cell base. Let's see if GPT will get that right. You can use free GPT for this. It's something very basic. Okay, let's see this now. We copy this, and here you go. You can see this one now. Let's now get back to here. Select and Control 1. Then go to custom. Wipe off what is here. Paste in this one. You can see done. We have this. Can you see it now? Let's get back to our chart. It now makes more sense. It's not difficult to read again because this is a must for you to leave this right in here. It's very important for you to leave it right in here because it is going to guide people on where January is. You understand? Because you're not going to turn on the data label. You get it right now. The reason why for that is because it will be too clustered when we do that. So we don't need to actually get that done. So Control 1. So let us close the gap a little bit. Okay. So with this right now, it is time for you to start working for formatting. So this is our net revenue. And this is our net revenue here. We just have to make sure what we select now is just the net revenue selected. Once we've done that, we'll come over here. We match the net revenue with the actual color we have used right in here. Can you see the blue color? Make sure you find that blue color and it is what you are using. So if you can't find it, all you have to do is just to make sure you come over here, click, go to text option, click over here, and you can see it has highlighted it for you. So now click on this particular one, go to the one highlighted for you, and choose the same exact color, which is this very one here. So can you now see it? Beautiful. Now on profit, profit is green. So we already have a green color over here. We select it. Can you see it now? So here is our profit margin. Then we select our profit margin to match the exact color. Sorry, I think I have to just do one selection. Don't double tap it, otherwise it will just do it to a particular segment. So now here we go. We don't just put in colors. We don't just decorate our dashboard. Every single color speaks to the end users. It's very important. So once you have done this right now, you can now minimize this to fit into the box. Just go do it. So we are left with the title. Click over here to add chart title. The chart title here will actually carry something like monthly revenue and what? And profit. So if you want to include the monthly revenue, profit margin, or whatever, you can do that, but just keep it very simple. Something like this looks quite okay. So you just have to make sure it sits right in here for you. So now let's get back to here. Before we even get there, let's copy it and see what it is that we were asked to do under the business question. Paste it right in here and take a look at the question and take a look at the chart. Does it answer the question? The answer is yes. So one thing we have to actually, worry about right now is this particular margin 2. This is confusing, right? So what do? We go over to the pivot engine. We can delete this one away from here. Pivot engine. So we just double click on this one and we remove it. You understand? So if I try to hit my enter key, I'm going to have something like this. And coming back here right now, it has fixed the margin right in here for us. Can you see it now? Always save your work. It's very important. The most easiest part of it is what we're going to create right now. So I'm going to just get this one over here. So align it properly and just bring it down like this. Once you've done that, just make sure you adjust everything. Now, what we want to show here we just have to visit this business question here. So let us go ahead and do the branch here. So revenue, profit, and profit margin by branch. That is going to be too much information, but we can narrow it down to just we're showing just revenue and profit. You understand? So I don't want to do. Before you even do that, one thing is this. This business question came from the management, right? You can sit down with the management or the client and discuss with the client what works and what cannot work. Because sometimes they are not tech savvy and they are not, somebody who is related, like who has any relationship with analytics, how chart works. They just see a particular chart, they want to copy it and make sure they use it to make their decision. And if you as an analyst felt like this is wrong, sit down and talk it through. So over here right now, they're looking forward, to using this very chart here, cluster bar chart, which is going to give you revenue, profit, and the margin by branch. Although we can create and take a look at it, I'm going to tell you what is the best. So let's get into the pivot engine here. So right now we can copy this one, then we paste it over here. I can just go straight up to right click and bring the field list on again. So once we have this over here now, let us tick off this one. And what we need to do is to bring in region into it. So this is our region. If I go straight up to here now and create my chart, let's say we go ahead and create a chart like this. So what is showing up? Just profit and net revenue. The margin would not show up because it's some percentage. That is why I said drop margin. So if they want to see profit margin by region, you have to do it differently. You understand? So drop margin and only have this. You get it right now. So once you have dropped margin right now, let us change our chart type. So we go straight up to here now. We go over to design and change chart type. And now it's better we go for this particular kind of chart and we're choosing this one. You get it right now. So once I've done that, we just click on OK. So the next thing we have to do is to clean up this chart by removing this. And this one now push to the bottom. Okay, let us leave it here. So I want to take off this particular x-axis here. Then the grid line, take it off. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to be here and sort by revenue. So right click now, go to sort and sort largest to smallest. So once you have done that now, this is what you get. So click on this one and Control 1. Then you have this up. Make sure you click over here where it says axis option and change this to use this particular categories in reverse order. Then you have this. So once I've gotten this quickly, let us jump into our dashboard environment. So we hit here and we paste in what we have brought in. So now here we go. We can resize this to actually fit into this particular part. Stretch it up. Now click on it. Make sure you go over to here, then close the gap to have something like this. Okay, don't forget the colors. It's very important. You click over the fill, you come over here. This is our color to match. Then select this particular one for profits. Don't forget the profit color is this one. Can you see it now? So it's not all about fancy design. It's what is your colors, your text, every single element, same. You can click over here right now and add a title to it. So for the title now, you can always turn your formula bar if you want to do it through there. So let us go ahead and do profits by branch. So now I'll do revenue versus profit by branch. Can you see it now? We have something like this. We have achieved this. So the next thing we have to do is to make sure we turn on the data label for it. So go over here and data label. So once we do this now, this is what we have. So if you look at it, it's a little bit weird because the space we have for it is too small to actually shoot out. Let us try to see if we can manipulate the data label. So we have to be here and we have to click over here, go to label, and let us find position, outside end. So I think this is a little bit better. So now, once we are cool with this particular part here, click on this particular one, then can you see now? We are actually shifting things to make sure they both sit at the right spot. So on this particular one, click on it. You have to change the text color to match the color that will pop out very well. Can you see now? So leave these ones here on black. So it's all about you knowing how to format your numbers appropriately. You get it right now. So you can decide to actually bold it to make sure it pops. So now, here you go. You have just gotten something like this done. Don't forget to take off the outline and as well the border. Sorry, the fill color, although it's on white. This is what we have right now, and we have just achieved the same exact thing. Now let us jump into the most simplest part of it all. So just go ahead and duplicate this one, then bring it over here and make sure you have this. Okay, you can move it up. Once you have done that, hold your control key and select this particular one here. Make sure you are aiming the card, not actually the chart. Then go to the top and go to shape format, go to align and align bottom. That will give you equal alignment right in here. But for this one now, you just have to make sure we reduce something like this. Yeah, we go with something like this over here. So once I've done this right now, for you to understand what we're about to get into, we have to look at what? We have to look at the other KPIs I said we are going to be creating in our first video. So let's quickly go straight up to this particular part here. This time around, this KPI is going to be a little bit different. You understand? So it's a product-based kind of KPI. So let's see. I'm going to go over here. So do we have the information connected to this particular part? Okay, let's see here. Let's go straight up to this particular part. Follow me, please. Are you here? This is master data. So over here we have reorder level, we have opening stock, we have stock received and closing stock over here. This is where the magic should actually happen. So now we don't have a supporting column that can actually help us. So this is the time to talk to the management to define their status. So the three status we want to create right now is going to be over stock. So where we still have a lot of stocks, then we're going to have under stocked. Now let's say we speak to the management and the management said, if the closing stock is actually less than the reorder level, then that should be understocked. So let's do understocked here. So closing less than what? Less than reorder. That is how we defined our understock. You understand? And the next one is going to be overstocked. So overstocked right now, the management would or might say that when the closing stock so is actually greater than 3, like 3 times of what should be there. So this is going to be on multiplication. You understand? I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So this might be complicated, but I'm going to show you. So otherwise, just give us this. Okay, if this is going to be complicated, let us do it in a practical way right now. So we call this one stock status. Then over here, this is what we're going to do. We're going to use the if function right in here. That is the first logical test. So I'm going to test this closing stock here and ask if this is less than reorder level. Then what you need to do for me is to make sure you call this one what's under stocked. Please pay attention to what we have here. Now we can use ifs, switch, nested if. Depends on which one you like to use. I think choose would even work here. So I'm using nested if right now to make it easy for you. And that if again, so this if right in here is going to check if the closing stock here is greater than 3 multiplied by what? The data level. Then if that is the case, what do you want? That is where we have overstocked. Otherwise, just give us health. I don't know if this is overcomplicated, but it's something very easy. You can get it right if you just, stay patient and go through it. You can pause the video if I'm too fast, rewatch it again, and you will get it right. All you need to know here is that how is the if function, used. If you know how to use the if function, it will be very easy to define something like this. This is what I have. Now, where do we go from here? We go over to, we create a pivot table from here. So insert now pivot table. So we use the existing worksheet. So go to this engine here. So we can actually paste it over here and click on OK. So now what we need to do is to get in our stock status in here, and we do a count. You can even still bring the same one here. Then it creates a count for you. So it tells you how many products, are facing the problem of overstock, understock, and how many products are okay. So to make sure this is well readable to the end users now, you just have to make sure we go over to design, then come over here and choose to string tabular form. And here now, we just have to do number of product. Can you see it now? Very easy. Okay, once we have gotten this done now, the next thing we have to do is to start to create our dashboard, right? So how do we show it up here? It's very important. So the very first thing I'm going to do is to create other 3 cards. Other 3 cards right in here. And how do we do that? It's very simple. We can duplicate the previous cards we have actually used, or still we can create a different one. And right now, for those of you that has Claude, let us go ahead and copy this particular part here, paste it down here, paste it down, and call this one status icon. So highlight this particular environment here, go over to your Claude and bring up Claude. This time around, Claude will help you to get some fitting icon to those. And I'm going to show you another way, different from what I've shown you previously before now, in the first part of the video, how to get icons. So I'm going to show you another way to get icon. All you just need to do is just to know which icon will best match what you're doing. So as Claude is coming up right now, the first option you have to use is to go over here and go over to insert and illustrations, then choose the icon here, right? That's the first option. Wait a minute, I'll show you the second one now. So I'm going to record. I have selected a range that contains status, health, overstocked, and understocked. And I have another column in the range called icon. So in each of the cell corresponding to health, overstocked, and understocked, I want you to create a matching icon for me that I can actually use on my dashboard. So I'm going to run this now. Okay, the next option is to actually come over here and do window full stop. Once you are here now, you can actually get matching icon here. Let me show you an icon I can get from here for this reason. I'll just scroll down, scroll. I'll keep on searching for icons that will fit into what I want. So first of all, let us search for something that depicts good from the list of those icons we have here. If there is none, you can always change it to find what you want. I don't think we have anyone here. Yeah, this one. Then next again, this one. You can use this one as well. So let's see what we can use again. Exactly, we can choose to use something like this. We still have it here as well. So we go ahead and choose the one that says stop. So once you have done that, what do? We just come over here and Ctrl X to cut. We come over here, we paste this one over here. We come over here, overstock now, we choose to use the down arrow. So we didn't get the down arrow. So overstock now, we can use the down arrow, which we didn't have. I'm going to cut this one and bring the down arrow for, yeah. Let's now keep this over here for this. I'm choosing a different one entirely right now, different from what, Claude is giving us. Claude has given its own right in here. Then overstocked right away, we can search for another one. So maybe you can go with this one. Just choose anything that you feel like will actually tell the story. Those are icons you can actually use. So which one will you go for? Choose any one of your choice. So right now, once you have gotten this here, you can actually go ahead and close Claude. You can use either of these ones. So come over to your dashboard environment here. And quickly, let's go straight up to this and copy it. Once copied, we just have to reduce this. And now we change the color with Ctrl+1. So we come over here and we select something like this. So this is going to be our understocked. Understocked, which seems to be like a red color, but not going to be a complete red. We can just do this using transparency, right? So I'm going to keep it over here. So I need 3 of these cards, but I have to get one right before I split it into 3. So the rounded corner should be a little bit added. So first of all, I test it out to see if it will contain 3 of these. Okay, which is not going to happen. So all I have to do is to reduce this. Just a bit will be okay. So once you're actually satisfied with what you have, then let's go straight up to this particular part. Line, we add this, and I'm going to reduce the width of it. So that will give me something that looks like this, right? Now, once I am cool with what I have, the next thing I have to do is to duplicate it and keep it right here, keep this right here. So now I have them this way. So I'm going to select both of them and go to the top level, go to align, distribute horizontally, and align to the top. So we have this. Now select this particular one here and choose to go with a green color. Then come over here and select the same green color. So let's go with this particular one as well. Choose to actually go with something like this, orange. Then select the same thing like this for it. Okay, once we've gotten all of those things here, we can just close this a little bit. So now I can actually get this and bring it over here. So what I'm going to write here now is going to be inventory status. So duplicate it and bring down that one here. So over here I'm going to say click to view details. Now on this one, I'm going to make it small. Make it small. Let's go over here and choose a blue color that will look like a link. Can you see this now? This is very important. This is going to be a link to another page that will show us those particular products that are some kind of overstocked and under stock. So I'm going to keep it right in here. So right now we have to maybe get this again in here, and we have to put an equal sign and go get under stock icon. So under stock, let's go with this one. So once I've gotten it now, we can just increase the size by doing this over here. Can you see the size increased? So just keep this over here. Once done, duplicate it, keep this over here. I can bring it down, do this again. Now I can hold my Control key to select all of them and go to the top. We go align, we go top. So they are well aligned. The next thing is for me to click on this one. This will be the overstocked. Select this. So now the next one is going to be this very one here. Oh, we are missing it up. So this one is going over to here. Okay, I can just do this. So this, I'm going to select this particular health here. And now we choose to go with this overstocked. So if you look at it right now, the icons are matching. So what am I going to do? I have to just go ahead and take a look at what I have used here is 20 something, 28, and I'm going to go ahead and do 28 as well. So 28 works for this, but does not work for this particular one. So we have to increase it beyond that. Okay, so just centralize it. Can you see what we have gotten now? Interesting. So the next thing we have to do is just to bring this over here and type in under stocked. So once done, I'm going to keep this over here. Then duplicate it and held. So keep it over here. This one is going to be over stocked. Okay, so once I've gotten this in here right now, keep this over here. We have to correct it. Now, we just have to go back and start bringing in the actual value that are very peculiar to what we want. So for our overstocked right now, we have to be here and get in the value of the understocked right here. So resize it. Come over here and let's go straight up to this particular part and increase the size. So now we keep it this way, and you can be here to change the color. If we change this particular color to this, is okay. So we keep this one over here as well. So the health one, that is going to be this 11 here. We duplicate and keep this over here. Put an equal sign to go get this one. That is going to be this 4 over here. So now we can copy the same formatting we have used here for both of them. You understand? Interesting. So now we have to change the color to match. Change this color to match. So now this color is blending to the background. So what we can do now is to go for more color. Then we select the darker version of it. Can you see now? This pops. This is what we want to have. So can you see how this looks? This is what you can do right in here. Very interesting.